Published 16:35 Eastern Standard Time, the 21st of February 2018. Updated 18:27 Eastern Standard Time, the 21st of February 2018. No, it most certainly wasn't vintage Manchester United in Europe. Sevilla dominated. Sevilla should have won. There were precious few chances for the visitors and no away goal. After the fireworks of recent English sorties, it was without doubt underwhelming. And yet, they soaked it up, came away with a draw, and will fancy their chances at home. So this was a good night for Manchester United, in many ways. A clean sheet, the beginning of the rehabilitation of Paul Pogba, who came on as a 17th-minute substitute and improved the team. Another furiously energetic display from Alexis Sanchez. This was never going to be the sort of game that the English team wins by 4 or 5 away goals. Sevilla are much better than Bale or Porto. Between them, these two clubs have won the last 4 Europa League finals, Sevilla accounting for 3 of them. They know what they are about at the European knockout stages. David De Gea was at his brilliant best as Manchester United fought out a 0-0 draw at Sevilla in the Champions League. Sevilla were unlucky to not take the lead before half-time, with Steven Zonzi being denied here by De Gea. Centre. De Gea was at it again just moments later to deny Sevilla striker Luis Muriel with this stunning one-handed save. The other angle shows what a fantastic save it was indeed by De Gea, with Muriel unmarked in the United penalty area. Muriel watches on as his bullet header arrowed towards De Gea, who was already preparing to react to the shot. The 27-year-old managed to stop it with a brilliant, strong right hand. Much to the relief of the English outfit, the Red Devils' number 1 watches on as his save flies over the crossbar, to the astonishment of everyone inside the stadium. So, increasingly, do Manchester United under Mourinho. He won the lesser of the UEFA trophies last season and will expect, after this, to be competing in the last 8 of the Champions League. United are still vulnerable at Old Trafford. In the return, any scoring draw sends Sevilla through, but while David De Gea was plainly United's star performer, he wasn't needed as often as he should have been. Sevilla's finishing was poor. They had 25 shots, just 8 on target, and the majority of those powder-puffed. De Gea made one brilliant save, another very good one, and a handful he could have claimed in his sleep. If there is a reason Sevilla are outside the Champions League places in Spain, it will be their finishing. A great forward line would have put United away on Wednesday night. Mind you, the same could be said of the one good chance that fell to Romelu Lukaku. Inescapably, it's what he's there for. Getting the better of Huddersfield is a given for any leading Premier League striker. Manchester United paid £75 million to have nights like this defined, and when his moment came, Lukaku failed miserably. The chance came after 25 minutes. Manchester United hadn't had a shot until that point, when Sanchez, very energetic, very quick to go to ground, very trying on the patience of the locals, played the most beautiful chip that picked out Lukaku in more space than any striker should receive in the box. Lukaku panicked, without question. He opted to take it first time, when maybe he could have been patient, and skied it horribly over the bar. Had it gone in, this would have been one of those perfect smash-and-grab European raids. In the circumstances, however, goalless will have to do. Manchester United are comparative novices in the Champions League these days. Manchester United manager Jose Mourinho, right, embraces Sevilla counterpart Vincenzo Montella before the game. All eyes were on Paul Pogba before the match as United's club record £89 million signing started on the bench. Exciting prospect, Scott McTominay, left, was chosen to start in central midfield ahead of Pogba by Mourinho. However, Pogba didn't have to wait long to get involved as he replaced Ander Herrera after just 17 minutes. The Spaniard appeared to pull his left hamstring after making a dart inside the Sevilla penalty area early on in the clash. Mourinho gives Pogba some final instructions before he comes onto the pitch for the Champions League last 16 encounter. The France international was soon in the thick of the action, battling Sevilla midfielder Ever Banega for the ball. They have won just one of the last 6 Champions League knockout games and last visited this stage of the tournament when David Moyes was in charge. Louis van Gaal couldn't get them there, Moyes didn't get a second chance, and this is Jose Mourinho's first. So he had a plan, no doubt of that. It might not be a popular one, but it worked in its limited way. United soaked up Sevilla's pressure, before introducing the pace of Marcus Rashford with 15 minutes to go and Anthony Martial soon after. The problem was, by then, Sevilla had been allowed to dominate for too long. United couldn't get into the game. So it fell to a well-marshalled defense and the outstanding De Gea to see them home safely. This they did, aided by some wanton finishing from Sevilla. Pablo Sarabia headed over from close range after 74 minutes. Clement Lenglet should have done more with another header in the 64th minute. Joaquin Correa had several breakthroughs on the left without providing an adequate finish, and French referee Clement Turpin wisely dismissed a late moment of deviousness from Jesus Navas, trying to win a penalty against Pogba. It was former Manchester United midfielder Ray Wilkins who said before the game that Sevilla were a bottom-six Premier League team. How much he has seen of Sevilla, or how much respect he has for Brighton, who he reckons would be above them, is unknown, but contrary to predictions, this was hard work for the visitors. Certainly harder than they would get from West Brom. Sevilla had most of the ball and, at the end of the first half, the best of the chances, too. De Gea was, once again, magnificent in a way Thibaut Courtois was not required to be for Chelsea against Barcelona on Tuesday. Sevilla do not play Barcelona's possession football, but like any good La Liga side, they are lively and inventive, impressive on the counter-attack and cavalier in committing men forward. Visitors' big chance in the first half fell to Romelu Lukaku after being played through by Alexis Sanchez. Unfortunately for United, the Belgian striker could only blaze a volley over the crossbar, with only the goalkeeper to beat. Sanchez was in the wars during the first half as he made his Champions League debut for United since leaving Arsenal. Sevilla attacker Joaquin Correa, right, was proving a threat to United's backline during the first half on Wednesday night. Their coach Vincenzo Montella is Italian, but this was anything but cagey football. He is plainly a quick learner and has adapted to what Spain requires of its elite teams. It is a sign of the times that 3 of the 4 fullbacks on show on Wednesday night, including both of Manchester United's, were once flying wingers. Antonio Valencia, Ashley Young and Navas have all been reinvented as the modern game changers. Navas, in particular, was a marauding presence, although the booking Sanchez earned for felling him on the run was soft. Sevilla also have a conventional wide presence in Correa, and much of their best work comes through him. He set the template for Sevilla's attacks after just 4 minutes by feeding the ball into striker Luis Muriel, forcing a strong one-handed save from De Gea, the first of many important interventions. Valencia had more aggravation with Correa than Mike Pence in Pyeongchang, and he could have scored twice in the first half, cutting inside from the flank, the first straight at De Gea, the second an attempt to place his finish, neither effective. The home supporters whipped up a brilliant atmosphere at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Stadium. United's travelling away supporters were in fine voice too, as Mourinho's side went in search of a crucial away goal yet in first half-time added on. Sevilla forged the best 2 chances of the game, back-to-back. A corner was only half cleared and centre-half Gabriel Mercado tried an unlikely overhead kick that Steven Zonzi helped on its way to goal, De Gea responding magnificently to tip his header over the bar. Again the corner wasn't adequately dispatched to safety, allowing Nzonzi to recycle the ball, finding Muriel, who had managed to lose his marker, and everybody else, and was in clear space, certain to score. What a save De Gea produced to deal with that. If there is better goalkeeper in the world right now, Ray Wilkins probably hasn't heard of him, and neither have the rest of us. So disappointing, but no disaster. Mourinho, of all people, knows the value of nights like this. He just can't afford another one like it when they meet again next month.